Hello. Just realized something. I don't know if I see Barb Lewis is on, and I hate in what do you call it? I don't know. I hate going on at the same time because I want people to be able to watch their lives and my lives. So, sorry, Barb. But yeah. Hi. Okay. Let me get myself over where I can find some. Okay. Hopefully you can hear me. Yeah, you can. Okay. I want to be able to read your questions tonight. Well, every time, but I'm using my phone tonight. Let's see. Well, how do I do? I guess I'm gonna need this. I thought I was being fancy, but I'm not. Hello, everyone. How's everyone doing? Well, let me take this off. That way I can see better. Okay, good. All right. Hello. Okay, so hope everyone's doing well. Welcome to Facebook Live. Tonight's Thursday. Yeah, so we're gonna have a few announcements, and then I'm going to show you number one, how to make this design in Palette 11, but also show you where you can get it free already made. But this is going to give you some just some tips and tricks. I am not super fluent on Palette 11 like I should. So if you're looking to learn a whole lot tonight, you may not. Just being honest, but definitely check out Sewing Hoopla. Jory does an amazing job teaching palette. Follow Karen, I'm blanking out. I'll pull it up here in a second. Karen Parker on Facebook. She's amazing in palette. And there's something coming up very soon with Baby Lock. It's called the Palette 11 Adventure. And I'm going to show you that, guys, that very, very, very soon, here in just a few minutes. I just posted it on our group, and you can join. It's coming up February 21st, I'm pretty sure. So if you want to join in on that, we'd love for you to do that. I wish I was off because I would take the class. But yeah, so they're going to be teaching how to do reverse applique using palette. So again, if you want to learn deep dives into palette 11, that's not going to happen tonight, but there are tons of resources out there, especially with Baby Lock and especially with the Baby Lock educators. So there we go. I kind of got that out. The next thing is I kind of put a buzz out. I can't remember when. But starting, and I had to put a date on it, so I actually do it. Starting March 15th, I am going to be hosting all by my little self a Dear Jane sew along. If you are not familiar with that, I'm going to talk about that a little bit tonight. But it's going to be fun because a little backstory about Dear Jane, and I'll show, if you don't know what that is, I'm going to show you here in a second. A little backstory with Dear Jane and me. Years ago, when me and Jason were actually living in the Sarasota area, I bought Brenda Papadak. I cannot say her name correctly, but Brenda P. She designed a quilt off of a quilt that was made in the 1800s. And it has 225 blocks or pieces in it. The majority of the center, or all the center blocks, are around 4.5 inches. So they're little bitty. And then it has these beautiful triangles. So Jory, will you please put Sewing Hoopla in there? I was just talking about your group. So Dory will hopefully get that up for you guys. So, it is a historical quilt. I cannot remember, hey, I cannot remember where it's at exactly. I have to do a little more research where it's actually living now. But a lady named Jane Sickle, I hope I'm saying that correctly, made this quilt while she was during wartime. I think it was 1863 or something like that. And she made this quilt by herself. She was a farmer. Amazing. Talk about girl power. She was a farmer and she made this beautiful quilt. And I don't know how it was found or whatever. But when we were living down south, I bought the pattern. And back then it was a CD. You remember when we put CDs into our computers and all the Brenda had taken and made foundation pieces out of each block. And I'm like, oh, I've always loved foundation paper piecing, so I'm there. Well, we had a flood in the house, not from outside water, from inside water. And it got up high enough to wherever my CD and my book and all that was, and it destroyed it. So, I mean, of course I could have rebought it, but I just kind of put it off, I was heartbroken. So I've been using EQ8, and that is Electric Quilt 8, to design quilts and stuff for years. I love it. And so I I don't know how long ago they posted that they had the Dear Jane. Um I'm boring people. They're dropping off like they're dropping off. I can see numbers. So we are gonna get to palette, I promise. But they um put up the Dear Jane electric quilt or EQ8 program. So everything is in EQ8 now. And I'm like, oh, and then they were having a sale and I'm like, oh, even better. So I got that and I said, you know what? The only way you're actually going to do this, Anna, is if you make yourself and if you do something like a sew along and you have to set a date. You have to go ahead, order all the fabric. You have to do this. You have to do it. You have to do it because if you know me, I'm a procrastinator, but I don't want to be anymore. That's my goal for this year, is not to be a procrastinator. And so I'm going to be starting that. I'll show you really quickly. Oh, I don't know why. Let's oh, I think I can show you. Oh, ooh, I can. Okay. Give me a second, guys. Let me help myself to getting back. Oh my gosh. Okay. Oop, wrong button. So I just want to show you in EQ8 um the actual quilt, and these are all the fabrics I'm using. And the cool thing about EQ8 is you can bring in collections of fabrics, because on websites like Riley Blake, if you go look up, let's use Via My Bonnet, which I'm using, or Lori Holt fabric, and I'm using the B dots in it, they have where you can download each of the swatches. Well, it's a grouping, and upload it into your EQ for free. It is completely 1,000,000% free. But let me I can't believe I still have this out up. But this is Dear Jane right here. And look how many pieces there are. So not only, let me zoom back in for you. Not only are we have all these little blocks. The majority of them will be paper pieced or foundation pieced, but we also have these gorgeous triangles, these gorgeous big side triangles. I haven't decided if I want to do the scallop on the edge. Um, so I'm leaving that in right now, but I might just do a basic straight. I know it's that would say no, not with how I am gonna do our sew along. The sew along, Trudy, is going to be on Instagram. I know. People are like, oh, I don't have Instagram. But if I can save the video and upload it to our group, you will be able to follow along. So that's what I'm going to research to see, because I will be doing lives every Friday night over there, and we are going to work on, so let's see, this is row 1 right here, just this little grouping right here. If we can work through 3 or 4 each Friday, and this may take us till the end of the year, but it gives me something to to really work on and finish, because I've wanted to do this for so long. So I'm thinking we can do 3 or 4 blocks a week. Of course, you don't have them, if you don't want to join, don't, but if you're joining and you just watch me and see how I piece things, then we're going to be able to eventually get it done. It may take a year and a half. I don't know. I haven't figured that out, but it's just something that I think would be so much fun just for everybody to have fun with. And if you go out there and look for, let me see, one second. Dear Jane Quilts. We're almost done with this part, guys. Where am I? Oh, let's go up here. So let's look up Dear Jane. I just want you to see what it looks like by Jane Stickle. Stickle. Okay. Here's the Dear Jane quilt. Let me see if I can zoom in a little bit. But look at that masterpiece, guys. Holy moly. And I'm doing mine all in Lori Holt fabric. So it almost looks like 30s reproduction. Would we need EQ8 to be able to get the patterns for piecing? Not necessarily, I think, because if we go to dearjane.com, oh, let's look. Dearjane.com is Brenda's website, so we're going to go there. Maybe. Okay. We go to shop. So you can get the book, which means you can copy and the pages. Yeah, she's not doing, let me see. A new revised 25th, 18 gorgeous quilts. Oh, to match the patterns in EQ8. So I think you can just buy the book if you want to. Now, the reason why I like EQ8 is because I can put all my fabrics in there and just go about my business. And a little secret, it's not going to be a huge secret, but I may start teaching EQ8. So to me, it's a lot of fun. And if you like to design your own things, hello, this is perfect. That's how I did my birdhouse quilt. I designed it completely in EQ8. So yes, you can buy the book, and what you would do is copy your pattern, to like on a copier machine and on regular paper, or my favorite paper is paper piecing paper is Carol Doakes foundation paper. So you don't have to, but you can. Let me show you. And I'll show you why I like EQ8 for that. Okay. So let's say, let me go to block tools, I believe. So let me say drag and drop a block. No, that's not what I want. Oh, print and export. So I'm going to select foundation paper piecing, and I'm going to select this one right here. I say that and then nothing's working here. Foundation. Let's try this one. Why can't I get it to work? Because we're on camera. That's why. Lock. Okay, close. So I can print it out. I can print out yardage. It'll tell me like how much yardage to get. I can. Oh, I think I know why. One second. Oh, there's a thingy in the way. Let's try this one. There we go. That's why, because it's in layers. So let's pick one of the little side ones right here. So we're going to pick that. Why didn't you let me do rotary? I'm trying. Oh, I know why. One second, guys. I can't get to the bottom. But what you're able to do is click on a block and man, that's annoying me. Hold on one second because I really want to show you this. And I know this is, see, I lost more people. I keep losing people because nobody cares about this, but I do. Okay. So, really quickly, I will show you why I like it. Let me get back on Zoom. Okay. And share. Okay. So now I can click on a block. Here we go. I can click on a block, go to foundation paper piecing, and go to preview. There are my pieces. I print it out and I start sewing. It's that easy. I love it. It was just clicking on the block and all that. So anyways, let's get away from that. But I do want you to lost nobody likes their chain, I guess. But yeah, so this is gonna be something outside. Do you have to go do it? No. I would love for you to though. All right, why did we come here tonight? Well, because I wanted to show you an easy thing to do in Palette, because I am going off based off of my experience in Palette 11. Since I have worked so much in IQ Designer, I have neglected learning Palette 11. So what I want to do is just show you guys something super quick you can make and play with. And this is not digitizing or anything. Please note that we are not digitizing tonight. We're just building, basically, kind of like we do in IQ. We're just building. We're just having fun. So I want to again show you, how you can take shapes, how you can take the designs and play with and lettering and play with it. Then I'm going to show you where to get the free design, this free design, if you would like it, because it's free. It's in all formats. So you can go and, get it and stitch it out if you want. If not, just add it to the 500 million other embroidery designs you have. Okay. All right. So let's do this. Let's go to Palette 11. Oh, I need to open it up real quick. I didn't do. Let me get it open real quick. All right. Perfect. Okay. Let me do this and do this. I'm going to share. Yes, I must talk through it. Okay, here we go. All right, well, here's Palette 11. I am going to put myself up here. I'm going to shrink so I don't see myself. Okay, you'll see me, but I don't see me, I think. Okay, so I am just on the regular, just when you turn on Palette, regular page. I am not in any special area or anything like that. So when you open up Palette, you will get a box that has a bunch of different options. I just closed that out and I'm just going to start with a blank page. I do want to come up to my, and I hope you guys can see my cursor. Okay. I don't have my cursor thing anymore. Do I? One second. I may. Nope. Okay. Well, hopefully you can see my cursor. So up here in the top left, you're going to click on the blue flower. And then what you're going to come down to is design settings. So this is where I can tell it, just like in IQ. Oh, thank you, Ronnie. This is just like in IQ where you can tell it the hoop that you want so you can have a visual design space of, whatever, 5 by 7, or, 4x4 or whatever. Um, this is where we're going to tell it to do that. So we have all the hoops in here. I mean, like all amounts. And what we're going to be using today is the 5x7. So now if you are on a multi-needle machine, you can actually click over and use those frames, even the cap frames. But we're going to do just the sewing machine, and we're going to go back to 5x7 and say, okay. Now, the next thing that we're going to do is we're going to come and look at shapes, and we're going to see that you have a ton of shapes. Now, you can play with different shapes to do a cool background or do really whatever you want there. But you can come here and click on the star if you want a star background. And you can come up to the top here, and we're still in shapes, but we are also in the area where we can turn things on and off. So basically, I can tell that fill stitch in the center. I can click not sewn, and it'll take it out. I can come here and to the outside star, and I can change the outside if I want to, or just have a cute little running stitch running in the background. This one I did a curly Q, and so what we're going to do for that, if I can remember where it was, I did. Oh, Anna. I'm trying to remember where I found it, and I should have had this all ready for you guys, but details. Let's do all. Scroll down, or did I design? Nope, there it is right here. Okay, so where I am is if you see the word import over here, these are where your designs, your free designs are hiding. You can also pull up the designs that are saved to your computer through this little area as well. But I'm going to delete this star here. I'm just going to hit delete. And what I really want is from the drop-down box here, when you first get it, it's going to be on Design Library. Go to Outline Shapes. And I don't remember exactly what little guy this is in, so I clicked all. And I'm just going to scroll down and look at all these cute little shapes you have. There are so many designs to play with in here. I'm going to click on it. I can either double click, I can click and hold and drag, or I can push import. So whatever you want to do. The other thing, or the next thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to make it as big as I want. So it really doesn't matter as long as it stays within this 5x7. So it could be really big. It could be really small. To me, it really doesn't matter as long as it looks cute when we are playing with it. Okay, or when we're adding our different aspects of this design. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come up to arrange, and I'm going to select move to center. So I might just make that, I don't know. And I have actually did not write any notes on this. I don't like to write notes a lot unless I'm going to literally like write an actual pattern for it, because it's up to interpretation. You know what? Actually, if you look over here, that cool little square spiral would be really good too. Really fun too, but we're going to use this one. Now, the next thing on our to be yourself is our little bee. And where do we find that? Well, let me show you. If you go to Design Library, it is actually in here. And I think it's under Animals. I say I think because every time I go to look for something, I can't find it. There she is right here. So these guys, these little designs right here, they're so tiny. They are so stinking cute. Let me click on the puppy and show you how tiny she is. Look how cute. I love it. I love these. They're so precious. These butterflies. You can choose whatever you want. I have used this elephant multiple times. So basically what I love to do on a onesie is grab this elephant and then put Dream Big on top and Little One on the bottom. So Dream Big, Little One. It's like my favorite thing for onesies. Okay, and it goes for boys or girls. All right, so I'm going to click on my bee and bring her over. And actually that size is kind of perfect. I can make her bigger or smaller if I want. But what I am going to do is zoom in a little bit. There, you got your little zoom in key, and I'm going to drag it. And now I can see, I want to click my select tool again. Now I can see her. Pat Myers, I don't have out. See, drop it all left left. Pat, have fun with your laundry. But remember, Pat, if you have IQ, you can do something very similar. So you may want to keep watching because the steps are similar. All right. So with this little guy, what I'm going to do is I didn't want all these colors, number one. So what I did is I went in and changed things to only two colors. So it would be the black body and everything else would be yellow inside. So let's do that. So let's see. I am going to click on stitches. No. I'm going to click on this one first. And then, so this is the pink in the body right here. Okay, see the pink? I'm going to go to change color. And over to the side, you got your little palette over here. And you can choose what ever palette you want. You know, if yours is in there, choose it, whichever one you use. So let's say Floriani, I mostly use that. And so I'm going to click on this number 4, and now it's yellow. I'm going to do that for the next, well, I think this is all together. Yeah. So let's go to, and maybe Jory can tell me why that didn't stay. I'm going to click 4 again, and now these are the same color. Now the wings and the body, I want to be the same color. Now what you can do is, do you see the 2 boxes that are highlighted right here? What I did, let me click off. What I did is I clicked on one, hit Control on my keyboard, and then, hey, Teresa, I clicked on the little bee body, okay? And I'm going to look to the side here. Again, you don't have to change it if you don't want to. But what I'm going to do is just do that so you can see, you know how to do that. I'm going to scroll down until I find a black color. Did I? No, remember, I don't use black a lot. So I use dark gray on a lot of my projects rather than black. But I am going to select, this is a dark gray. I'm going to select that, and there we go. And now my colors are changed. But remember, if you didn't do that, it's okay because you can have whatever you want on your machine, right? So like I'll leave this blue, or I could change it to green, you know, if I want to see what it's going to look like. We'll just keep it on that brother thread. Okay, there we go. So it's up to you. Now, with our little girl here, what I'm going to do is bring her down a little bit. And do you see this little red dot at the top? All I'm going to do is I'm going to left click. I had to go look at my fingers and take and turn her just a little bit. And then I can pick her up. Come on, baby. I can pick her up and move her wherever I want her. And I kind of had her on my sample sitting about right here. Now we're building in layers, okay, guys? I want you to remember that, just like we do in IQ. So first thing that's going to stitch out is the background. Now, if I had put that last, it might stitch on top of everything else. You can move things up if you need to. So let's say I needed to move this bottom one up. I can take and move it to the top so that stitches out first. But I'm going to bring it down. But think about stitching in layers so it doesn't get confusing. All right. So my bee is done. And really, honestly, I think I am going to shrink her just a tiny, tiny bit. There we go. Ah, perfect. All right. So let's zoom out. Oh, that's not zooming out, Anna. I'm going to come down to the bottom and go to the middle. There we go. Well, I said I was going to zoom out. All right. So now what we want to do is get that off. Now what we want to do is we want to add a flower that's going to be like right down in this area. Now, this is where you can choose whatever you want. So, ooh, someone's speeding down the road. So we're going to click on import off to the side here. And we're going to go to our design library. Again, if you have built-in designs you want to use for this, or no, I'm sorry, if you have pre-bought designs or something you designed, let me show you that first, okay? So before we do that, what we're going to do, let's say I bought a little design and I want to bring this in. What you're going to do is click on folder and then see the little folder at the bottom. Now you're going to have to go and find where you save them to. I have a special area that I save my designs to. So it's in my desktop under my name. And then I have, oh, that's the wrong Anna. I have a couple Anna. Okay, here we go. I think it's this one. Yeah, there we go. And then I have something that says EMB. So those are my embroidery designs. So now let's say I wanted to use this one. This is a bit of Stitch Bees. All I would have to do is you're not going to see the designs right here. You're going to click OK and they should pop up here. What happened? Oh, I didn't go down far enough. That's why. Let's do this one. We're going to go. Okay, there they are. And so if I wanted to use this one, these are really big, I would just drag it over. So remember, you're going to use this guy and you're going to keep your embroidery designs in one area and go find them that way. But we're going to go back to Design Library. We're going to scroll down. You have quite a few little floral sections. And I'm trying to remember which, oh, I used this one. So this is the one I used right here. So, but you can use anything you want. This is your baby, right? I kind of like her. I didn't pay attention, but I like this one. So let's bring it over and take a look. Ooh, I like that one too. See, there's so many choices. So I'm going to pick it up and drop her over, and we're going to see that she's really, really big. So what we want to do is shrink her down to wherever you want or whatever size you want. And I just kind of threw it like right in here. And I could even take and just kind of give her a little twist so she's a little more fun. And again, I can go and change these colors if I want to. So maybe make them like more springy, like is it the piston, guys? Y'all know I'm terrible at flowers. The little center section has two parts, and I can see that over here, right here and right here. So what I'm going to do is link those two together by clicking on one, pushing Control, and then clicking on the next one, because I'll just make them the same color. We're going to go to change color, and I'm going to use like an orange, or no, yeah, well, like a gold. So there's my gold. Now I'm going to click on my flower, and let's see, maybe like a pretty orange. Oh, that wasn't that pretty. Oop, no, don't like that. They don't have a lot of orange choices here. Ugh. It's gonna fly. Sorry, guys. All right. There's my fun colors. Maybe I can go a little pinky, little more fun orange, a little bit of brighter orange. No, I'm still not liking those. But you can kind of get an idea of what colors you want to use. I'm not going to sit here and play with this for too long, but we'll just say, we'll just pretend like pink is the one I want. Usually I do, but I do like peaches, oranges, and such. Okay, so there we go. So now all we have to do is we are going to, oops, I hit the grid button. All we have to do now is put our words in. Okay. So I'm going to try to get this just right kind of in the center of the screen there. There we go. All right. There we go. I don't like it when it does that. So this is my 5x7 hoop. So now what I want to do is put words in there. And this is up to you what you want to put. And so I put to be yourself is to be happy. So to do that, oh, Lisa, oh, excuse me, guys. One second. Hey, stop it. Stop scratching. Okay. I'm sorry, guys. I have to get her to stop scratching. Okay, sit, sit. Lacey, sit. Sit. Lacey was diagnosed with Cushing's, guys. So she is having super itchy skin, and we got to keep an eye on her at all times. Come here. Nope. Okay. All right. Anyways, yes, that's part of your lesson. Come here. I'm sorry, guys. One second. Come here. Sit down. Sit. Sit. Good girl. Okay, we got her now, everyone. Okay, so now we're going to add some text. So give me a second, guys. I'm going to take her to her daddy. All right. Come on. Let's go to dad. All right, everyone, I'm back. I'm so very sorry. Okay, so I just had to unplug and plug. So hopefully you can hear me. Let me make sure you can hear me. Okay, you can. All right, so let's do our words. Let's go to text. And then I'm just going to select, here's your teeny tiny baby text. If you didn't know that, here is some of your monograms, your big, beautiful, fun ones. But your regular text is going to be right here. Now, the cool thing about text is you have the world of fonts open to you. Not only do you have built-in fonts, you can actually go to places like DaFont, DAFONT, download them to your computer, and they will pull up in here, and you have a new font. They're free. So it's not already digitized when you go get it off the internet, but when you save it, the program digitizes it for you. And I'll show you one that I did with that. So first, let me drop a line here. So we're going to come right here. I clicked, and you're going to see this little line right here. And then we're going to come over to the right here, and we're going to put to be. Okay, I'm going to just start with that phrase. And over here, I'm going, well, let me hit enter. There we go. So there it is right there. Okay. So let's go ahead and grab it. I can change the fonts if I like. Let's go to text here. So I have it selected right here. I think what I'll do, just so we can all see it together, change, make it big. I love this font. I think it's so cute. But what if I want to use something else? Well, what I'm going to do is come up here, use my drop down, and you can see the ones you've used last. You can see all of the built-in fonts, and just keep scrolling, because then you're going to get to your true type. That is what's actually on your computer. That's what Word or Microsoft or Apple all has on your computer. But let me find one that I have uploaded and saved through what's called a company called Dafont. It's Dafont. One second. I can't remember if it's called watermelon or something like that. It's really cute. Um, Let me scroll down because I want to say it's called watermelon or something very similar to that. Maybe it wasn't. Well, anyways, there are ones here. Maybe is there a pot? Okay. I know I did a Harry Potter type of one, but so you also not only do you have the built-in fonts with the program, you have your true type fonts, which means any font that is saved, basically saved to your computer. Let's say you can use it in Word. So if you were in Word typing a letter out for someone and you wanted like, the true type font, this one, you would just click on it and look, it goes ahead and makes it, and that quick too, it digitizes it for you. So you don't have to do a thing. I thought this was cute, but you just can't see it, right? Can't see it that good. But I ended up using decorative 3. So we're going to use that. And I'm going to shrink it down. I don't remember the exact size, but again, we're just going off the seat of our pants right here because that's how we roll in this group. All right. This is my hardest part is getting that right there. Okay. So where I put it was about like right here. And I actually did all uppercase, but for this one, we're just going to go with the flow here. So I put it about right here. The next word that we're going to do is yourself. So I'm going to click on the A, again, the text, and I'm going to just kind of click a little lower. I'm going to come over here and type yourself. I'm going to hit enter. And there she is. She's right there. So let's draw a box around. Oops, oops, oops. Okay, that didn't work. Let's do this. I took it off, didn't I? I tell you guys, some days, let's click again and let's just do yourself. That's easy enough. Okay, yourself. Enter. Okay, and I'm going to just make it a little bit bigger to be your self. That's a funny looking R. So, oops, wrong one. So what it's doing when I try to outline that is grab onto this. So I'm going to move it. Oh, it grabbed everything, didn't it? Oh, well. So we're going to say that we're happy with that. Let's make it, I just stepped back a little bit here. So I want to pull it from the top. There we go. Okay. And let's see if that's actually, that's an R? Look at that. Interesting. Okay. The next thing that we're going to do is go to text. We're going to click again, and we're going to click about right here. And where you put your lettering or whatever you're designing, look up some designs if you're unsure and just see where other people are putting things, That's the thing about the sewing and embroidery world. We all work off of each other. Okay, so I'm going to I'm looking at my sample. It's to be happy. So we're going to go down here, go to that. We're going to click on down here and we're going to do happy. I'm going to hit enter. It's going to pop up. And what you may want to do is not do this so like half-hearted like me, and just take time to look at the size of the other ones. Like this one's definitely a little bit bigger than the top one. So let's move it over here. And I don't know if I'm really happy with any of the placement here, but I would just work on it until I was super happy with it. Actually, yeah, like yourself, I have down here with the other, but really what we want you to do is just play around with it. So basically, we took a bunch of, well, we took one, two, three, basically four different separate components, and we built on top of each other. And now we have a full design. Now, you may or may not like it. It doesn't matter if you like it or not. If you're following along right now, what matters is you're learning something different, like where to find the shapes, where to find the letters, and all that. That's why I love teaching you guys, is because it does not matter. Oh, yeah. You know what? Mike had a great suggestion. And you know what, Mike? I never do that. So let's go over here. Let's go to text. I'm going to show you what he's talking about. We can go to text and, oh, where is it? Hold on. I'm so dumb about this stuff. So, oh, there's size. My bad. I just found it. Never mind. Okay, let's go back to happy. Oops, let's go to happy. And we're going to go to size. So do you see the little size key right here? What I can do is go and click the little button right here and change the size here. So I can go, if I want it 2.01, I don't know, I'm just making up numbers, by, let's make it really big, 6.27, you know, there she is. So yeah, you can do it that way too. And that's a good way. And I'm glad Mike brought that up, is because if you want to keep these all, you know, the same size or the same height or close to, you can actually use that size, but you do have to be selected on a part of it. So you're going to click size and then type. You can do it by percentage if you want to. If you want it to be a little more wonky, you're going to uncheck maintain aspect ratio. So basically what that means is it's not going to be like if I put 2 inches here and don't put anything here, it's going to kind of calculate it for me and make it kind of nice. But what I can do once I uncheck that is I can put an actual number here and then put another number here, and it's not going to be proportional, if that makes sense. So let me go back. All right, cool. And if you didn't know, who has great videos on Palette, it's Mr. Mike John. So you may want to go over to Mike John's page because he's actually the pro at this. Okay, so now what we can do is basically export it, save it, whatever you want to call it, to a USB stick. And to do that, you're just going to go to File. You can do Save As. And when you do Save As, you can only save it as a PES. But if you are using this and maybe you have a second machine that's not a baby lock, oops, I'm sorry, clicked too quick. Then you can click export and then you'll see the rest of the machines there. Okay, so easy enough, right? I like doing this just because it's fun to play around, especially if you're just sitting around at night and I have to have something in my hands. If I'm not cross stitching, if I'm not working on miniatures, if I'm not hand sewing, if I'm not on my machine, this is fun to me. Okay, so let me show you guys where to get the free design. Y'all ready? Again, you can make it yourself, or I have it for you if you want. If you don't want it, but I thought it was cute. I mean, just because I'm new I say I'm new, but I'm not as good as everybody else on Palette. So to me, it was fun to make it for you guys. Okay, so let me show you. I am going to go to just the regular web, the interwebs. And we're going to go to Forever BB Louise www.thebrandingcoach.com. Oh, look, it's my website. Interesting. Oh, look, there's the design. It's actually not going to pop up like that. Let me go back. So I clicked, what you're going to see is we're going to go home. When you go to the website, you're going to click on home, or I'm sorry, you're going to be home. And this is just telling you about me and my fun stuff. There is a contact down at the bottom if you have any questions. I'm still learning how to use that. So if you have sent me stuff and I haven't answered you, then that's my bad. I've just, I'm not good at this. So what you want to go to next is shop. So we're going to click on shop. You are going to see the design right here. Go ahead and click on it. There's one thing that I want you to ignore. If it shows, oh, it may not show up here. So this is a download only. So here's your formats that I saved it in. So definitely PES. This is your free embroidery design. So what you're going to do is add to cart. Now, see this right here? I have no idea what that is. If you have Google Pay, I guess you can use that way. I don't know how to get it off. So don't worry about that. Please ignore that. You're going to want to hit checkout. Okay. So checkout. And because this, oh, here it is. It's going to say customer information. This is the only way you can do this. I'm not going to send you email. The only email you're going to get is basically saying, hey, you can download this, blah, blah, blah. But this is the only way to do it. Okay. So I'll just click on my stuff and I'm going to click continue really quickly. Now y'all know where I live. So we're going to go to complete your order. Now you can store your information for, later use. There we go. And once I hit that continue button, here's the download. And now all I have to do is click download. It's going to be zipped. So if you're unsure how to undo a zipped file, I'll give you a quick little lesson. Do you know how many times I've purchased this for myself, making sure it works for you? But it's free. So you're not going to be charged anything. Did you notice it didn't ask you for a credit card or anything? Okay. So I'm not going to do that. Let me see here. Okay. So that's all you have to do. The only other thing that's on my website was my, that you can purchase is my, IQ Dresden, coffin class or coffin Dresden class. It comes with the directions and, the Zoom video. Okay. So I'm just going to get out of this now because I downloaded it. Now I'm going to show you where mine goes if you have a PC, okay? So let me show you. If you have an Apple, I have no idea. I'm so sorry. I just don't know. Okay. So hopefully I can get this pulled up for you guys. Okay, good. I think I can. Let me make sure. There we go. All right. So where mine goes to and where a lot of people's will go first is into downloads, unless you have it set different. So we're going to go to downloads and should be up at the top if that's where yours goes. If you're not sure, I would have someone help you with your computer. Okay, so we do want to extract this. So usually what happens in extracting is we go right click and you're probably going to see something that says extract all. So I'm going to extract all. It's going to put another folder in here for me. It's actually going to open it up. Okay, here you go. There's a read first. Okay, thanks, Ronnie. Well, you don't need palette because I did, it's yours now. You're gonna, if you want to read that, you can. Basically it's just asking you not to sell my design because it was free to you, and I would prefer you not to do that. But here's all your different yeah, formats. So you can just pick the one you want. Where's my PES? So the PES is going to have a little blue flower by it, guys, just so you know. So you can save that to wherever your embroidery designs are. So let me see here. I'm going to go, oops. What I'm going to do, we can actually copy this and then, I don't know, go to wherever you save your stuff and then just paste it. So, all right. So hopefully that gave you a little bit, and me with palette, I did not say the right words, but I'm as much of a layman at it as you are because I immersed myself into my IQ. So I want to learn more about it. Now, if you want to know more about Dear Jane, you can go back to my website and there is a blog post about it. Again, it's going to start March 15th. It will be on Instagram. I will be doing live. Oh, look at you guys already ordering your free design. I can see when you do that. I'm glad. I'm glad someone's getting it. Thank you. Yeah. So it will be on Instagram live, or yeah, Instagram live basically on Friday nights. I don't know. Norma, you're not brave enough. It's actually just paper. Oh, a lot of it's going to be paper pieces. And it's the easiest. I mean, like these little blocks, they're just like, now, if you want to be a traditionalist, you can cut out each piece, sew it together. Not for Anna. If I can take any quilt pattern and paper piece it, and like a little harder one, not a real simple one, then I'm gonna do it that way. So okay, guys. Well, thank you so much. I'm looking, making sure. Okay. Thank you guys for coming. Mike, thank you for your help. Jory, hopefully Jory left her sewing hoopla page on there. And let me see, Mike says Mama's Boys Designs our group. So I do have a list, okay, up in our group of the amazing Baby Lock Educate. All right, so here's my other announcement. If anybody's still here. I think, what version do I have? I have palette 11. Could not find the swirl in my design folder. Well, it's under, let me look it up again. Let me show, I didn't close this out. Hold on. I know you can't see what I'm doing, but import. It is under outline shape scale, not design library. So, and then under category, you're going to click all and then scroll down till you find it. So it's under outline shapes, not design library. Good question though. Okay. Last announcement, and you guys are going to be sick of this. But I'm trying to fill my way out with new days. I think it's either, and I haven't decided yet. It depends on, I'm not sure when Mike's coming back. He does Tuesday nights. And I don't want to impinge on that, but most likely I am going to change these permanently for Thursday nights. Since I'm going to be doing Fridays on Instagram Live and here, can't do the weekends anymore because I'm trying to spend as much time with my husband as I can. And also my family as well. And so I think what's going to happen, and I get off earlier on Thursdays. On Thursdays, we're going to do, just like we did tonight, it's going to be Facebook Live, 7 p.m. Eastern. And we're going to start that next week. I mean, we really started it today, but I didn't have it yesterday because it was Valentine's Day. Kind of had to spend it with those peeps out there. So, yeah, so I will make a post. I will make sure you all know. I know I don't get as many people watching during the week. But I can see that y'all watch later on, and I appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you to our new people, our new members, our new our groupies. No, that's a bad. Don't see. But yeah, our new people. Welcome. And if you haven't noticed, this is literally how everyone goes. I'm not professional. But all right, everyone. Love you guys. Have a great week. I'll see you next Thursday. And if you have any questions, let me know. Make sure to post what you make, especially if you do this one, the free design. I would love for you to post what you make. And I will make a post driving you straight to the design. All right, everyone. Hope you have a great week, and I will see you next week. Have a good one. Linda, you can always rewatch it. As soon as I stop this, it's going to upload to the Facebook page and you can rewatch it. All right, everyone, have a great one. And let me find my button. All right, let's see. All right, bye, everyone.